Welcome to Artoo, the happier camper that you've rented. In this video, I'll be showing you how to actually access the camper, how to use different features of it, and make certain that you don't get stuck while out camping. Anyway, if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me before or during your trip, and I hope you have a great vacation. Hi there. Accessing Artoo is pretty easy. You notice the key right here. It's on the keychain for the happier camper that you'll be given. There are two locks on the door. There's a secure lock at the bottom, and then there's the door lock up at the top. So you just need to make sure that both are unlocked to get into the door. And then when you're in the camper at night, here's how you lock the camper so that you're secure while you're sleeping. Opening the tail is a little bit more challenging, but you'll notice you have the exact same two locks down here at the bottom. Once you have them both in the right direction, you'll simply pull on this lever down here and lift it up. One thing to note is when you're in the camper at night, to lock it, there's the red latch right here, just like it's on the front door. One additional thing about the back hatch is you'll notice there's a strap right here. Don't pull on it. It actually does pull out of the actual unit itself. To close it, just grab up here if you can and close the door shut. That's it. Let's talk about leveling the vehicle. You'll notice that on the Artoo, there's 4 similar pads that all can be lowered down to actually level the vehicle. Why don't you come on up here, Kendra? You'll notice right here is a small leveling tool, which you'll notice a small bubble. The goal is to raise and lower each one of the 4 corners until the bubble is as close to the center as it can be. And it's really easy to lower and raise these. You simply insert this on there, and you'll notice that that goes down like that. It'll hit the ground, and then you can level it as well. Let's talk about shore power and how to connect. This cable is normally kept right underneath here. You could also store it in a bin if you'd like. However, to actually plug this in, you'll notice there's a small level right here. It simply goes in, connects, make sure to screw this top part all the way in, and then you're ready to go. And it plugs just into your regular 110 outlet. Using power in Artoo is relatively straightforward. You have 4 outlets here. It is recommended that you're on actual shore power, and I'll show you how to set up the shore power in another video. But you can actually plug in here. There's a power strip located in one of the drawers that you can look at later on. You'll also notice in the top corner up there, there's a plug where you can actually plug in your cell phone, USB up there. The lights here, if you'll notice, they just push on like so. And let's look over here, Kendra. And right here also, there's lights up above. Anywhere you see a light in this vehicle, you just push it to turn it on. You'll also notice on here is the solar power. You won't need to do anything with this. It's automatically on, automatically recharging. However, it doesn't have enough power to charge the refrigerator and everything unless you're connected to shore power. Let's talk about heat and air conditioning. Now, it is equipped with a heater and an air conditioner. Now, just know the heater will make you a little bit warm. That's about it. It's not a great heater. The air conditioner will work if it's really hot. That being said, they absolutely will not work unless you are connected to good, reliable power externally. So, my recommendation always is if you don't need to use the central heater and air conditioner, I recommend that you don't. And instead, in this bin underneath here, there's a small fan that works incredibly well that connects right to power. And then there's a small portable electric heater which works way better than that ever could work, that you can run all night long. Artoo has a very small refrigerator, but it works really pretty well. You open it up as so, and then you'll notice that you actually have the way to kind of adjust the temperature in here, minimum and maximum, but it will not work until you turn on this little switch right here, and you'll notice that it turns blue. That way you know the refrigerator is on. It takes about an hour for it to actually get cold, so go ahead and plan accordingly. Using the sink and the shower, which are the only two items where there's actually running water that works in the vehicle, you lift this up, there's a small cutting board here, and then you'll notice you have a small faucet right here. Now it works a little bit here, but what you really need to do is you need to turn the pump on right here. And then you notice the light goes on right there. That will indicate that you actually are now going to be able to pump more water as it goes through. So you'll notice that the water goes on here. And then in the shower, I'm not going to be turning it on, but you'll notice the lever is right there. Now what is critically important is that if you are going to use the shower, you need to remove the toilet from the shower. The toilet is electric and it will be ruined if you actually shower with the toilet in there. Let's talk about toilets. Now, first off, my recommendation is, if at all possible, find a toilet near where you're staying. It'll be far more sanitary and you won't mind it as much. But however, if you do need a toilet, works just fine. This is what's called a dry flush toilet, which means that there's no running water, and instead you'll notice that you actually do, when you do use the restroom, you'll actually be going into these small bags right here. What will happen is when you are done using the toilet, you'll actually click on this button right here and that flushes the toilet. And it'll make a lot of noise, it'll twist around like a balloon, and it basically seals it off, pulls it down, and then you can continue to go. There's enough in here for about 10 to 15 flushes, so it should be plenty for most trips that you're going on. One thing, I will be providing a link to, if for some reason this does not flush when you click it, it's because the battery's run out of power. To recharge the battery, there actually are instructions that I'll provide, and the battery is tucked down and around here. And you'll notice there's a small wing nut at the very bottom. To remove the toilet, you need to unscrew the wing nut on that side, and then there's another one on this other side, and then the toilet simply lifts right out, and then you can put it out in the other part of the trailer. The stove is really straightforward to use as well. A couple things. Since this top cover is made out of glass, I don't keep the grill actively on here. The grill is located in one of the storage bins that you can find when you're ready to use the stove, and it fits, and it's really straightforward how that fits on. To use the stove, it actually runs off of propane that is right here. The tank is still full. To close the drawer, anytime you close these drawers, be sure to push the button in, and that will make sure it's locked and secure while you're driving. To use the stove, you'll actually notice there's a small ignition button right here. You hold it, you light it, and it is lit. And you have two burners.